Okay, now our final section is writing up a conclusion. We're trying to draw everything together, talk about the important parts and make some kind of statement at the end. So your first thing is you need to look at the confidence intervals of your two groups and compare them. You need to have a look at whether they overlap, and if they don't overlap, are they close? What would you think that means about the medians of those two groups in our population? So the confidence interval tells you about where things lie in the sample. What is that telling you about where that median is expected to be in the population, and how do the two groups compare? You want to look back at your problem question at the start and give an answer to it. Make some kind of call by considering those confidence intervals. Are they overlapping? Is there a possibility that those two medians could be the same in the population? And so could you make a call or not? Think about sampling variability. If you did this again, you took another sample, you would always get slightly different results. What implications would that have about the confidence in your conclusions? Do you think those confidence intervals are close enough that they could end up overlapping? Or are they only just overlapping? And so if you did another sample, could it end up that they were not overlapping and give you a different conclusion? Always refer to the population and discuss your sampling variability. Those are two really important parts. When we say refer to the population, you also must refer to it specifically. So you don't just say back in the population. You say for the babies born in Auckland in New Zealand, or whatever it is that you're looking at. Now, to get more than achieved, you need to comment on the reliability of your estimates. How confident are you about them? What about the inference that you've made? How confident are you about the call that you've made? Are those confidence intervals overlapping, close together, far apart? What does that mean? Again, it's all about the confidence you have in this call that you're making. Reflect on the process that happened as you went through this project. Could any improvements have been made, and what difference might it have made to the measurements in your sample and then the conclusions that you drew? And again, consider sampling variability and how it could have affected the conclusions that you made. Could it have changed anything? Now, considering the whole report, there are some other things to think about as you work through your report or you're reviewing it. So you must show a high level of understanding and statistical insight throughout the whole project. It's no good to do it on one section. It's got to be consistent throughout. It needs to read well all the way through without contradicting yourself in different sections, especially if you work through this piece by piece. That can sometimes happen. So make sure you read it all the way through from start to finish and check that it doesn't have anything that's contradictory in it. And remember OEM, state the obvious, the things that you can see, give evidence to support what you've stated, and then discuss what it means. Keep the report well structured, following the PPDAC cycle, and that'll do you.